No, the black ones.
Hello.
Oh, gosh,
So
dang it.
that's how Endgame ends.
We've all seen it.
Are we live? It's a good bit. It was a good bit.
Hello.
What did you guys think when they killed the Hulk?
I mean, it was a bold choice.
He was not the one I was
Hi.
expecting to go.
How's it going?
We're live.
How? Her first. I don't think you were her first, Scott Hill.
Nice try.
Nice try,
No.
Scott Hill.
I think it was Alyssa or Craig.
It was Craig.
Of course, it was Craig.
Classic.
Craig was
always-
her first.
It's always Craig.
How is everybody? Welcome to April. It's
The
April
dog
showers
The dog waited to bark until we went live.
yeah.
for May flowers.
So it's April barely. Thank you for being flexible. Last week was Easter. You know how that goes. Easter for you pagans is a holiday centered around families.
About bunnies.
So
Families.
we got all the boys. Dab on the boys. So all right. So here's the situation. We're gonna treat this the same way we do every live stream. So first off, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you very much for being here. Secondly, if you have a question you would like to ask, please put in all caps question. There it is. There's the frame. Question : then your question, and then we will see it easier that way, and we'll be able to answer your question. So again, hi, welcome to the stream. It's April 28th, 2019, and we're here.
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord 2019, and we're here to answer your questions. So if it appears that I'm looking off screen like I'm disinterested, I actually have an iPad right here that I'm reading your questions on. So that's what I'm looking at. How's everyone's week been so far?
Good. This week's was really good for me, actually.
Yeah, you want to go into details?
Yeah. The last 2 weeks leading up to Easter were insanely busy.
Yeah.
So I had no days off for 2 weeks and was just doing between podcasts and my 2 other jobs. I was very busy. And then this week has been just doing stuff I want to get done.
Okay.
It was really nice.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan? How have you been?
Good.
Any follow up to that or?
You being saw interrogated? Avengers. Saw Avengers. That was good.
You saw Avengers? That was good.
That was a good time.
Did your kids get a lot of candy for Easter?
Oh, so much candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too much candy.
Did they get hyped?
For Easter?
Yeah. Or
Or
on the sugar? Do they?
Oh, what kid doesn't get hyped on the sugar?
I wasn't sure if different kids have different reactions to sugar.
I'm
rushes.
pretty sure sugar does the same thing.
Same thing
to
with every kid.
Yeah.
Just
That seems right.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Good. I saw Avengers also.
So yeah, we're not going to talk about Endgame specifically, even though we've all seen it, because that would be rude to those of you who haven't.
We're not with Tom Goy.
Kels saw a post on Facebook yesterday where a guy literally just point for point outed every single major spoiler.
Great.
Good for him.
Some people are dirtbags.
What on earth? Terrible.
Yeah, some people are dirtbags. LaShawn McCoy. He's a running back in the NFL. He was pretty much live tweeting it. It seemed like. So he was just saying everything that happened.
Fair enough.
But he's an athlete with millions of followers. So
What a
yeah,
butthole.
people are calling for his job, to be fired from the team because of what he did.
It's just not. It's you're not funny.
No, I don't think he did it to be funny. I legitimately think he was just oh, and when this happened, this was great, and when this happened, this was great, and I didn't like this, and when this
just that clueless.
Oh yeah.
That much of a doof.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's an idiot. Let's start with some questions. We've got a couple that have come in already. Question. This is from Night
I
Zero.
don't see any colons.
There's a colon. Oh, they didn't spell out colon.
Yeah.
No. Do any of you play Magic the Gathering?
No. We have kids.
That's 0 for 4.
I've done it once. I've played it once.
Too expensive.
I've I've played it a couple times. My brother-in-law plays it, and I have some friends that play it. Actually, my friends who got me into D&D, they're really big into Magic.
There's a lot of crossover.
Oh yeah, a lot of crossover, but it's just not for me.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Scott Hill. So I've missed the last few streams, so sorry if you've addressed any GenCon news. No, nothing new. Nothing new.
No news there.
I would say like the chances of it happening are not non-existent, but slim. I'd say like less than 50%, but I still wouldn't rule it out.
It's hard because we just don't know what we would do there. You know what I mean? That's the hardest thing. Is
the contribution aspect is the hardest.
The amount of money it would cost to get there and be there and just walk around. It's tough to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Do we try and sign up for like an event and do like a talk about something? Or
yeah.
That also requires a lot of organization and time and energy. So, and we don't know what the benefit would be if that would actually help grow like our following or
it's just like
create new opportunities for anything. It's hard to.
It's pure risk right now in terms of just like cost of getting there and then like what the benefit yield is, if any. Yeah. So because we're just not in the same we're not in the same financial situation we were last year. We're just like we're just having to assess those things differently. So, like I said, I think both Josh and I agree we would love to go, but we just we just don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, as a company, I probably shouldn't use air quotes, but as a company, we're growing.
Yeah,
but I don't think we're ready to start making big giant moves.
Yeah, I agree. Question. This is for all of you guys. Who's your favorite Avenger? Don't give reasons why, of course, if it includes Endgame. But who's your favorite Avenger?
I like this guy because of Avengers Endgame.
I think it's Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Thor. It's a hard toss up.
Yeah.
Between the two.
Whatever the worst. Dan, go ahead.
I gotta think about it.
The Hulk.
That was easy.
Duh.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to think about that one.
No.
Why?
Because he's the Hulk.
Both of you are the Hulk?
No, I know why. I like the Hulk is awesome though.
I love the Hulk. I love the Hulk.
Go Smash.
Yeah. This is by far the best iteration of the Hulk we've ever gotten in terms of the Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
Correct. I agree with that. I mean, only slightly better than the Eric Bana Hulk.
I like all Hulks.
What about you, Dan? Favorite Avenger?
Are you sandbagging over here? You're not going to say yours?
No, I'll say it.
Vision, probably.
Yeah,
big Vision guy.
I'm a big Hawkeye guy.
Captain America.
Vision guy over there.
I like Captain
Justice guy.
Yeah, I like Captain America. He's probably second favorite.
Who did you side with in Civil War?
Captain America.
Oh, you got him.
Iron Man.
I know.
What?
Yep. The only way that I will concede the Cap and Iron Man debate with Civil War is if you accept comic book logic that Cap has infallible character. If that's that's the baseline, then I'm okay with the decisions that Cap made. But if Cap has just as flawed character as any other human being, I don't think what he did was right.
But he doesn't, though. We know he's better than every other human being because he showed it in the first Avenger. He was the only one who jumped on the grenade. He's the only one who was strong enough of heart to accept the super serum and not have it amplify the terrible.
And
qualities.
I'm saying if that's one of his superpowers is just having impeachable character, then I'll agree that Cap is made the right move.
That I think is like.
But if we're going real world logic,
I know. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm gonna say Cap, but I feel like it's a cop out. I love
Cap out.
Big Cap out.
I love Paul Rudd.
Dude, no, Ant-Man.
Oh my god.
Ant-Man is definitely in my top 5.
Also, Endgame, best Ant-Man movie.
Nah, I disagree.
You say Spider-Man?
No, I'm gonna say Doctor Strange.
Dude, he's one of my top. I think he's my top 3.
Strange was gonna be my.
I like Doctor Strange because he's such a dynamic character. He has a lot of personality, and then his abilities are also incredibly varied. So you get a lot out of him.
Yeah,
and I think Benedict Cumberbatch is awesome. So
I think it's hard because now a lot of people will be like, "Oh, we don't know a whole lot about Doctor Strange." He has one movie.
Yeah.
when have you heard someone say one of their favorite characters in general is one of the heroes that only has one movie?
Yeah.
Almost never.
Yeah,
Like, it's super rare.
Yeah, I love Tony and Cap. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but I think Doctor Strange has the most potential for just like really cool things in the future.
Yeah.
So he's cool.
So I think Black Panther's got a lot more we can learn about him. Captain Marvel's got loads more we can learn about her. Like the superheroes with one movie are far underrated overall.
I would love to see a personality out of Captain Marvel. That'd be awesome to me.
Mm-hmm.
Question from Amelia. This is actually about the podcast. You know, the reason you guys are here. Reed, without telling us which, I don't want to know. Keep us innocent. Did you fudge any major plot-changing roles in Volume 1?
Oh my gosh. You got 3 years of dice rolls on lock in your memory there, Reed?
That's a good question. I will have to think about that as we keep going. Remind me to come back to it at the end or later.
Did you ever fudge any major crits offhand, or were crits always pretty legit?
Crits were always crits, either fails or successes. There were times where like I rolled like 17, 18, 19, and I just said I miss.
Okay.
But I mean, like,
you didn't like roll a crit and then not say it was a crit?
I don't think so. Because at that point I was like, the dice have decided like I need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fate has willed it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I can get by just like even a high number, 15 through 18, something like that. If it's like at 19 or 20, I'm pretty much going to stick with it. If it's a 1, I'm always going to stick with it.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. I will try and think of specific examples. This from Alex. Question: do echoes exist of other alien species? Oh yeah, that's a great question. So yeah, they're not just humans. They can be Praetorians, they can be Brax, they can be aliens that aren't playable races, like a race called the Aguesa that the group meets in an upcoming episode. That guy's pretty fun. Any race, any species of alien can be an echo.
Now, do the echoes all look alike, or would they look like their race?
They look like their race.
Okay.
They're completely indiscernible from that actual race, except for the barcode on the
I was
left hand.
picturing like if echoes were like a standard issue android.
Nope.
And an Iguesa having an echo. So it's like got the mind and personality of an Iguesa, but it's trapped inside.
That's funny.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Have there been any echoes we've encountered, but we didn't notice the barcode?
Yes, but none that have been like, ooh, you missed a story thing. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, but we have encountered them without recognizing them.
Oh, absolutely. There are echoes all around in the world.
Okay. Is there one in the party?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Who wears gloves?
Everyone wears gloves.
Wait, you guys think that Ethan's an echo, don't you?
I really don't care.
The fans do. There's a running fan theory that Ethan is an echo.
Where do I see these fan theories?
The Discord mostly. Question. That was a great question, Alex. Thank you. Question from Scott Hill. Read, for those of us who use maps and minis, will the book have rules for that, like squares being 1.5 meters? Probably. Yeah, that makes sense. Like 2 meters is a square or something like that. I don't know. Whatever that math ends up being. Can't see it. It's too overexposed. Yeah, I would like to be able to. I'm not going to like write the rules around squares or like anything like that, but I would like to keep that as an option for those of you that use battle mats and stuff. This from Alex. Question: I know Ethan has a hamster. How many animals exist around the galaxy? Is there a class like Ranger that has animal companions? Maybe a pilot with a ship.
I would have been that class.
There's no druids in space.
The closest is the engineer, right? With like a mechanical thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean there can't be one later.
Right. No, like nothing is locked in stone yet, you know?
Yeah.
Depending on how the Kickstarter goes, who knows? There might be like several new races or classes or stuff like that.
There's a question.
We have one already in the works.
There's a question that hasn't come up yet that I'm very surprised hasn't come up yet.
Fire away.
I don't know if I want to do it. I kind of want to leave it out there for them to.
They won't ask.
They won't ask.
No.
You don't think they'll ever figure it out or think about it?
You have no. Okay, like I've literally put the story to the entire series in the episodes, and no one just figured it out yet.
Because
at the table,
there's still the tie-in from Volume 1.
Yeah,
and no one's brought that up. in questions and stuff, which surprises me.
At least, like, I think everyone is just kind of relegated the fact that, like,
it's just like our ship is the Walter,
like a fun little thing. Yeah, it's not the Juno,
which surprised me from the beginning of Volume 2.
Yeah,
but I just haven't brought it up.
No, it's again like it's just like a wink.
It's like, did you make a mistake, Reed?
No,
like was it?
No, I know what I'm doing.
Okay,
I know what I'm doing. Jess Lou asks, question, can you clarify the difference between a bionic and an AI? That's a great question. Bionics operate under directives. AIs create their own. That's the long and short of it. The fact that they have independent thought and independent action that supersedes any type of directive, software or hardware driven, that's what constitutes an AI versus a bionic or a VI or something like that.
So like the AI could be bad, but it also could be good.
Exactly.
But it's a roll of the dice.
Well, and it will, whatever its priority is, whatever it's been told, whatever it thinks is right, that's absolute doctrine, gospel truth. And it will do whatever it needs to do in order to accomplish that goal or see that truth is upheld. What that means is that it oftentimes supersedes normal human things like humanity or emotion or love or compassion or empathy.
And the good example is Ultron.
Exactly.
From Avengers.
Yep, Ultron is a great. It's the Avengers created casualty and loss and all these things, humanity in general. And it's like, well, it's like easy. I'll just wipe them out and end all the suffering. Well, whoops. So, and like Ultron and Thanos are kind of just like two sides of the same coin, or half a coin, I guess, because he only wanted to wipe out half of existence.
Yeah.
That's a great question, Alyssa. Thank you for that. Question from Alex. Question: do alien animals exist? Oh yes, yes, definitely for sure.
You mean Spanimals?
There are going to be. We'll be releasing on our website and Patreon for the patrons first. There will be a whole host of like sketches that Adam, our artist, is putting together of different alien species, different animals, different creatures, and stuff like that. Just a huge like shotgun approach. It's just like a whole bunch of different stuff to help inspire me while I'm creating. And then the best ones will get worked into the world book as unique creatures or aliens or enemies or stuff like that. And the worst ones, or if you can even call them that, will just serve as inspiration or visual guidelines for other things. So you can expect to see that here probably in the next month or two. What's up, Danny? Welcome to the stream. It's me, no question. If you didn't have D&D as a base system for Volume 2, what roleplay system would you think you have chosen to work with? With your style, I think Fate would have worked well. It wasn't even a question for me. Like, it was always just going to be D&D. So I looked at Starfinder. I looked at what's the other one? I forget what the other big one is, but that tells you how much time I considered it. It's just like
Burning Wheel.
No, that's not it. I knew that if I wanted it to be just D&D in space, and so that was really the solution for me. Where are we at? Okay. Oh yeah. Has Reed heard of the paperclip maximizer? This from Craig. It's what I thought of. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I based that fire truck example off of the paperclip maximizer. That was the fire truck thing of like you have a AI program just to create fire trucks and blah blah blah, blah like toy fire trucks. I based that off of the paperclip maximizer. Okay, question. This is from Matthew. Would it interest you guys to do a mockumentary of your spouses? Wait, what? I am reading this correctly. Would it interest you guys to do a mockumentary of your spouses and what it is like to live with podcasters and all the crazy things that are said, done on the show, like a Patreon sketch? I'll open that up to the team.
Patreon sketches is an interesting concept.
Like digital, like SNL digital shorts, but exclusive to Patreon.
Yeah,
like behind the scenes.
But a sketch, like that's a written thing. Like
us at home.
What are weird things that happen because we podcast? I mean, Kelsey and I do it together, so it's a little unique for us. But what is like stuff your guys' wives experience?
Nothing.
You don't bring it home.
No.
He barely brings it to the table.
Exactly.
Got me.
Got him. Got me.
Your so rarely the target. It's fun.
It's okay.
Dan, how much does your wife like? And this can be a question for both of you guys. How much do your wives like stay involved in the goings on of the show? Do they listen to the show? Do they talk to you about the show or how things went?
My wife listens to all of it, and she continually tells me that I'm embarrassing her.
I've heard that before. I've actually heard you tell stories about that before.
So, I don't know.
So there it is.
There it is.
I
I'll run stuff by her, and she'll be like, "Don't do that. That's embarrassing." I'll think.
Well, now I'm definitely
doing that next episode.
How'd she feel about your accent stint you went on with the Keo near the end there?
It made her very uncomfortable. Any voice makes her uncomfortable.
You got 8,000 experience for it, though. I mean,
you know,
the discomfort is greatly outweighed by the experience.
You do what you gotta do.
And the emails and the.
It was one email.
Okay.
And it was very thoughtful. I'm not even going to call it out. It was very thoughtful, not disrespectful.
Do your kids know about Sneak Attack?
They just know that Daddy goes to podcasts.
Do they know?
They don't know about a Keo, or
do they know that like people listen to you?
They know about Alfredo.
Oh,
the chicken.
Yeah.
Yep. But do they know like you have?
They don't know that's famous.
Okay.
No.
That is a weird. Like I know we're not famous, but that is like a weird thing of like I've always wondered because now that I have a son, he's very small and he can't think for himself. But like it's a very weird thing. Like what if you're the son of like LeBron James?
Stanley.
Dude, well, you watched Jablinski games?
No, because they don't actually play anything.
They do. He played skee ball this last week.
Oh my gosh!
But that's Jack Black's YouTube channel, and he does it.
Don't name drop more famous people.
He does it with his two sons. I'm just saying it's interesting because his two sons are involved.
Yeah,
and it does make me wonder when I watch it, like, what's it like to be the sons of Jack Black?
I bet to them it's just totally normal,
Because he's about as close to like a household name as like an actor can get, right? Like, who doesn't know who Jack Black is?
I think.
I mean.
Like, my grandma probably even knows who he is.
He's probably like a C-list celebrity.
My German grandmother probably knows.
Jack Black is probably a C-list celebrity.
No way. Like, B-list at least.
RDJ, Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, those are the A-listers.
You're referring to like acting.
Paul Rudd is B.
Acting like acumen. I'm saying people know this person. Like, that's what I'm saying, like A-list, B-list. Like, A-list is household name.
Yeah.
Like, B-list is almost everybody knows who they are.
Yeah, that's and I would say that Jack Black is C-list.
I disagree.
Okay. I bet if you walked up to the street and said name one movie that Jack Black has appeared in, not voiced, but appeared in.
School of Rock.
Yeah, it was like School of Rock is a great movie. I love School of Rock. Richard Linklater, great director.
Also Jumanji.
Shallow Hal.
The Holiday.
The Holiday. But they're like,
what?
I bet if you just walked, I bet people would struggle, especially even people our age. If you go like next generation, our parents, huge. My dad would not be able. And my dad watches movies. My dad would not be able to name a single Jack Black movie. Like
test it.
Get back to him right now.
I'm interested. Yeah,
call your dad right now and ask him.
Okay, ask him.
All right,
just say, Dad.
This is the kind of content we're here for.
Where did this start?
Hold on. Shut up.
I bet he does.
Shut up.
Is he gonna say shut Rick?
He's not gonna answer. It's Sunday. He's probably working in the yard. He's probably praying.
In the yard. Like a man. We sit on couches because we're.
Everybody call your dad.
Everybody call your dad right now.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, he will call me back more than likely.
I want as many people on stream to call your dads right now.
So when he does,
and ask them what's a movie that Jack Black's in.
Text him 911.
Text him 911.
First say, do you know who Jack Black is? And they go, yeah. And you say, what movie is he in?
No, I'm not going to ask him if he knows who Jack Black is because I know he does.
Right, because it's a household name.
But I would ask him what movies he's been in.
If I asked my dad, he would say yes, but then he would say a wrong movie thinking of somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's exactly. I bet that's what my dad would do too.
Yeah.
King Kong knows it. B. If he doesn't, drops down to C.
Orange County.
That's the test.
That's the test.
King Kong is my first answer, apart from School of Rock.
Shallow Hal.
Shallow Hal.
That was a funny movie.
Goosebumps, everybody.
Goosebumps. House with the Clock in Its Walls?
Oh, jeez. Oh,
is that the actual name of that movie?
Yeah, because like Tiffany and I had this conversation while we were at a movie recently, and like we saw these trailers, and all of the movies in this trailer were named. They were just like very literally named. Like one of them was called The House with the Clock in Its Walls. The other one was called like A Kid Becomes King Arthur. You're just like, when did this become like?
We ran out of clever names.
No one puts any thought into the title of their films anymore. It's just like, hey, what happens in this one movie? Superheroes fight a bad guy. Oh yes, that's what we'll call it.
Shazam.
Superheroes fight a bad guy.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs get loose.
Jurassic
Park.
That's a little bit like the adult
I thought that was Toy
Jurassic
Story.
Park.
This question from Knight. Can an individual use an echo of another race? Yes.
Interesting.
So a human could like manifest a housing of like a Praetorian or a Bacarian or something like that.
Would they have the actual like mental chemical makeup of that race, or would they have the mental chemical makeup of their personal race?
Counter question.
Meaning, what do you mean?
Meaning like if I'm in a Brax, do I feel the sensations that a Brax feels? Because they're when they get then like their hackles get raised and they're kind of adrenaline rush and they get into the Like would they experience that inside an echo, or would?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like for all intents and purposes, your consciousness is injected into an organic being.
Okay.
So like you manifest yourself as that being.
Okay. What happens to the body of an echo? Like a person that's echoing? Is it in like a tube?
It's like it's grown. Yeah, it's like a.
I mean, like when you're projecting, what's happened to your body?
Oh, most people in the universe or the galaxy that use echoes are very, very rich, and usually very, very old. So it's like they just use it as a way to continue living, and while their body's
just
on
hooked
ice.
up to all kinds of life
support. Yeah.
Okay.
But really, the whole point is they just remove their.
They're in an iron lung and just push it out.
It's like Avatar.
It's kind of like Avatar.
Without the tails.
Wasn't my intention.
You made Avatar.
That's kind of my That's kind of like Avatar. I realized it very late into the process.
Now I've done an Avatar.
There's also blue aliens with marks on their face, and
that's true.
And tails that you plug into things. You love Avatar.
Danny is the one who came up with the Praetorian, so I'm gonna.
My gosh!
I'm gonna give him crap for that.
Praetorian echoes are Avatar.
I was originally gonna play that race.
I know you were.
I still might someday.
Question: you're gonna die definitely, so that's
I definitely will. Yeah.
This is from Amelia. Question: you mentioned a new shirt on Twitter the other day. I like hinted at it.
Is that the only thing you took away from that tweet? By the way,
barely. When do we get to know more, Mike?
I would say this coming week.
Okay,
we should know.
Like the week we're in, the week because today's the first day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you'll learn something this week.
Is it space or generic?
It's space.
Yeah, it's themed. Oh, there's a lot of comments that aren't questions. Okay, here we go. It's me, Question, Mike, do you do your own hair? It looks really good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Appreciate that.
Wow.
I don't. I'm growing it out though. So thank you for noticing.
Who does it?
My head.
Oh,
I've just left it alone.
Okay.
Super lazy of me.
Hair by head.
Hair by head.
Hair by head. Any compliments over here, guys? Am I right?
Boo! Put the hat on.
Question from Craig. Can players abuse the halting program that caused issues for Chip and Kanye? Could it be the new sleepy potion? No. I would make most computer programs too low functioning to be able to because ultimately what happened is it's a logic puzzle and it's
like this statement is a lie.
Yeah. It's
creates
it's a logic loop.
Yeah.
And specifically stuff like that really messes with robotics and computers because computers actually create like they have a flow chart for how they process things. And if it keeps looping, it eventually just not self-destructs, but it crashes, it fails. And so that's what that question was doing to Chip. Because it was a question that had no answer. And so in his little robot brain, it was creating this thought loop that pretty much caused him to shut down.
Big robot brain.
And so I would just make it I don't know. I wouldn't make it as potent. Like if they walked up to Chip and asked him again, I would just say his he added something to his software to block that so that when they say it, instead of like creating a loop, he just like blocks it out.
You got a patch.
Yeah, you got hot fixed. But no, I realize in the moment, like, yeah, this could be a problem, but I specifically like won't allow them to abuse it like they did with sleepy potions. Although I let them do that. Like I gave them whatever I said, like 3 dozen or something. So that was on me.
I mean, you specifically gave Danny.
Yeah.
3 dozen.
Too many.
Mr. Avatar.
Is it glitchy for anyone else or is it just me? I don't know. It's fine for us.
It's coming through fine. I can look at my computer.
All Marvel is A-list, not necessarily.
Got him.
Question, Mike.
Got him.
This is from Amelia. Question. Speaking of y'all's kids knowing about the podcast, did you get to read the Sneak Attack book to your kids? And do they know you're part of the story?
I haven't got to read that to them yet, but that's a good reminder. And no, they do not.
I know. I thought about making a joke, but I'm not. I didn't do it. Dan has kids too.
I didn't get the joke.
I didn't get the joke.
What's the joke over here?
We just had. It was just funny. We had this super emotional moment opening all the gifts for everybody, and then after it's done, Danny's looking at both you guys and your books for your kids, and he's like, "I have kids." It was just a funny, not a big deal.
Question from
sorry, buddy.
Question from Brendisi. It seems to me, Reed, that you tried to make Kanye being taken as a real lit D.
What?
Yeah, real lit D. Lit literary device.
Are you saying literary device?
Lit D.
I legit, and it did look like something like glitched on my end here for just a second, so I apologize. Let me read the question. It's from Brindisi. I don't know what it means. It seems to me, Reed, that you tried to make Kanye being taken as a real lit D that the crew kind of needs. That the crew kind of needs him.
Read it faster.
Literary device.
I'm going to use that.
I don't even know what that means.
No, I think you're right.
I'm going to use that term.
Kanye's a lit D.
All the time now.
Tweet
However,
it. Hashtag read.
The entire crew minus Lucky doesn't seem to care about Kanye at all. And that's correct. The entire crew but Lucky doesn't seem to care about Kanye, much to my chagrin.
No one
I
cares.
can't make them
Bad character.
I can't make them interested in the story. I can only provide things that I hope they latch onto. And so far, they haven't latched onto anything.
We don't like it.
So
We'll get there.
really?
We got plenty of episodes.
I don't know.
To find something we like.
Gotta get that lit D. That's the only takeaway I took from that.
Tomorrow on Instagram, I'm going to post this selfie and say I'm feeling like a lit D today.
Oh, that's a mood, dog. Big mood.
Big mood.
Big mood. Big. Monday. Strong.
This question is from It's Me, question : as it came up a few times, what is your guys' favorite fan theory? Doesn't matter if it's true or not. I don't know fan theories, to be honest. I try and
I want to deep dive into this. So it lives in the Discord?
Yeah.
I'm not in there. I need to get in.
I mean, like, I don't know.
What's a fan theory that you guys like?
Yeah,
Because I don't really
now
know.
we wait for
I'd
chat.
love to know some.
Yeah.
They don't really have a fan theory thread.
channel.
Spoiler chats. First thing we see is a skeleton eating noodles.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily think. Well, I as much as possible.
I also have a feeling Kanye will be altered in some way, possibly turned evil or just gone wrong as a malfunctioned AI.
As much as I can, I try and avoid fan theories or like the social interaction side of.
Just so it doesn't influence.
No, honestly, like I was in the Sneak Attack Discord for a while. I just don't like being in there, if I'm being totally honest.
That's a hard theory that Kanye's going to turn evil.
It's possible.
There's a lot of people talking about that.
Yeah, I don't like being in the Discord for a couple reasons. One, I don't want anyone to feel like they can't talk about the show freely because like the creator of the show is in there. That's just like a weird thing. And two, I just don't like criticism is tough, and I can handle criticism. Honestly, I've gotten a lot better at it. But like, I just don't like almost being influenced by if people say like, "Oh, I really like this," or "Oh, I didn't really like that," or anything like that. I just want them to be able to like it or dislike it, and I'm gonna make what I want to make. And so, yeah, I guess kind of be influenced by it, but at the same time, I don't just like want to get upset at them either. So,
Sure, yeah.
You know, like that's why I stopped going to the subreddit because that was all just hatred.
Yeah.
That was all hatred, and I can't stand that.
If you want to feel bad, go into the subreddit.
So,
Was Braxton grabbing his shoulder or arm or something?
his wrist.
Why didn't we pay any attention to that when we were playing? Why?
If I could scream into the microphone, it'd be, why don't you guys pay attention to hardly anything?
Because like they're all talking about this, like there are like what could the possible reasons be? One person said it's because he was doing yoga with Kanye, but I won't go into all of them because I don't want to start like pushing.
It's not because he was doing yoga with Kanye.
The reason Dan Harmon doesn't look at fan theories for like Rick and Morty is because he knows if he sees one and it's right, he'll change it. Like he just doesn't want to do what's going to be expected. So I could see Reed having a little bit of that.
Yeah, I can think of one thing I've changed after
because someone called it out.
Yeah. So but I tend to not let it like impact my process. It sounds very like arrogant, but I try not let it do that. Reed, that's what the subreddit is for. I disagree wholeheartedly. This from Brandisi. Question, Mike, do you listen to August Burns Red? If so, are you excited for their Constellations tour? Omega.
No, I don't listen to them anymore. That was a big high school mood. And I went to like 2 of their concerts. Still love them. I don't know. It's really hard for me to get into like heavy metal stuff. Sometimes when I'm designing at work, but
really,
yeah,
heavy metal get you in the
like screamo.
I would not call August Burns Red's heavy metal.
What would you call them?
I would definitely call them screamo. Like
okay, heavy metal, screamo.
Those are not the same thing.
Okay,
lo-fi. That's my work music.
Okay,
it's definitely not heavy metal or screamo.
I can't when I'm working.
Like the acoustic.
Coheed and Cambria. Wait, no. Who's that?
Coheed and Cambria is awesome.
Yeah. And then there's System of a Down. They're a little bit kind of intense.
They would be just like rock, in my opinion. But
what about that German one? You ever listen to that German one, Mike?
Oh, POD.
POD.
No,
You're talking Rammstein?
Yeah, I was gonna be like Gunder Snipe. I don't know what it was.
Gunder Snipe. That's the name of a Coheed and Cambria song. It's not.
The Guten Abend.
No, Rammstein. That band is bad. Question:
bad, like bad music or bad people?
Bad music. I don't know who they are as people.
Okay.
Question to everyone: if you were us, what question would you ask? That's a lame question, Craig.
Ooh.
Be original. Ask your own question.
If you guys were on a Patreon Q&A for a podcast that you listen to, what would your question be? Sorry, Craig. That's a terrible impersonation.
Sorry, Craig.
I should have done my best worst British.
What's your British accent?
Good day, Governor. What's your?
Is that Australian?
No, mate. No.
Maybe.
Governor.
It's Governor.
You got write a letter for the Patreon questionnaire.
That's definitely Australian.
It's hard not to turn Australian. Do a lot of people do British accents? I feel like I hear like people pretend British more than I hear them pretend Australian or Scottish or Irish. But I'm way more comfortable with those other ones than I am with.
Well, they're just
British.
They're our cousins.
What's British? Cockney. Hello, and welcome to the show. We're here to talk about it's turning Australian again. I can't help myself.
I can feel it. Craig just left. Omega Wolf.
Did he seriously leave?
I have no idea.
Not lit D.
No,
it's not a lit D.
It's a question from Zach. Question going off the music.
It's cold. That's a cold D.
Going off the music give. I don't know what these questions mean. What's everyone's favorite type of music and current favorite band? Josh, what's your favorite type of music and favorite band?
I need time, Reed.
Danny.
I'm really into lo-fi hip hop right now.
Same.
And favorite band. I just started listening to a podcast by the artist Sleeping at Last, where he breaks down how he makes music and like the meaning behind his songs, and it's given me a greater appreciation for the work that he puts into his music. It's a really cool peek behind the curtain at how he does things.
I've watched Deadmau5 stream sometimes, because he sometimes streams himself creating.
Yeah.
That's like creating music without instruments is one of the wildest things.
It's wild.
It's pretty nice. What do you say, Mike?
Sad Boops. I like that on Spotify. And then my favorite band right now. I don't know. I'm like into like right now, like I don't know what you want to call it. It's country, but like not like mainstream country. It's like who's this guy? Tyler Childers, I think. He's really good. So I've been listening to him. So yeah.
Okay. I don't listen to music. I don't particularly like new music. The only if I listen to music at all, it's Dashboard Confessional.
He's like, I'm a robot. Boop beep boop.
Dashboard Confessional,
or
what?
Or Twista, or Newfound Glory.
Okay.
I listen to things I liked in high school.
Okay.
That's literally all I listen. That's all I listened to.
You can't go wrong.
Very emo in high school.
No, I wasn't. I honestly wasn't.
My friends over you.
But for some reason, I just like. There's a couple Dashboard songs that just like they resonate. They still slap. Dan and I have a shared playlist that Dan doesn't update anymore, which makes me sad. But it's all of like songs we listened to when we were in high school, and it's very good.
If it's based on listenability and re-listenability, I gotta go with Pogo or Melody Sheep. There are two guys on YouTube who do mixes of they take sounds and voices from movies and TV shows and cartoons and put them into kind of almost lo-fi like beat mixes that are so freaking good. Yeah. Before lo-fi was a thing, I have a huge playlist on YouTube. It's just nothing but like Pogo and Melody Sheep mixes that I would put on whenever I had to do like animation or
like
the
avalanches.
Graphic work. Yeah.
Avalanches.
I don't know the avalanches.
Oh, avalanche. Yeah. When I write Sneak Attack, I have a Synthwave from Space. It's a playlist on Spotify. I have that on anything without lyrics. If I'm writing, I can't listen to music with lyrics. I mean, like
all of our answers are Star Warrior, actually.
Yeah, my boy Star Warrior. I like seriously everything. I listen to a lot of Fleetwood Mac, a lot of Dave Matthews Band, a lot of Decemberists. And it just is like it's all over the board, man. You know, Queen. There's never like, unless it's country or rap or hip hop in general. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Is
there any country artists you like?
Are there any country artists I like? No.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I mean, like Johnny Cash is one of the greatest songwriters of all time, and there are plenty of Johnny Cash songs I like, but I won't like listen to his music like for fun. I like more listen to his music as like almost like a history lesson.
How about K-pop? Listen to some Blackpink?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Okay. My brother's starting to get really into K-pop, and I don't know how to feel about it.
I wouldn't feel good.
It's interesting to me.
Question: can Bionics have their directives changed or removed? If so, would it be like a black market thing? Yes to both.
Oh, interesting.
What's lo-fi? Low fidelity.
It's awesome. Google it. YouTube it.
Lo-fi is short for low fidelity.
I think Chilled Cow's got one of the best ones.
Chilled Cow.
Yep.
YouTube. That's all you need.
They're also on Spotify.
Do some gaming to it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Again, stuff. If you listen to music while you're playing games, stuff without lyrics is also very good. It just like helps fill the time.
I have a favorite like lo-fi song that shows up on the playlist that like it's 1 minute long, and I loved it so much I actually looked it up on iTunes and bought it.
Whoa, you did really like
that's
it.
That's dedication.
Yeah, it's called "Waking Up in the Park" by J. San.
Okay.
S-A-N.
J. San.
It's 1 minute long, and I freaking love it. It makes me so happy.
Reed has been skipping quite a few questions. I've noticed. It's definitely not intentional, dude.
Wow, Reed.
Wow, Reed. Real not lit D
Reed.
right there. That's
Classic
a really not lit
Reed.
D.
He doesn't want your feedback.
This for you, Danny. If Ethan was an Echo, would it have been a deliberate choice? That's a loaded question. No wonder I skipped it.
Sir?
That's a loaded question. If Ethan was an Echo, would he have done this? I mean, like, come on.
Would you tell us if he was, or would you not?
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say Ethan's not an Echo.
I wanted to be an Echo, and then Reed said there's echoes, and I go, okay.
Yeah. If Ethan was an Echo, would it have been a deliberate choice that he has IBS, or would that have been a malfunction?
Deliberate to make him seem more human.
That's cool.
Ooh, think about it. Wake up, people.
Wake up, sheeple.
So, yeah. I don't know. Music is weird. I used to listen to music all the time.
You did?
Back to music.
Like in high school, I would find the newest band.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Really? You were like
I'd be
did.
like, hey, Dan,
up to
check
date
this out.
dude.
Give you a record at he pulled out his backpack.
Go
Like,
home
here
and
you go.
Kazam this.
Yeah.
Shazam it.
Oh no, Kazaa.
Oh, Kazaa.
Kazaa.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that was
Hello,
such a big
police.
deal when those started. When you could like put your
Calling
phone
the
up and
police. You wouldn't steal a car,
figure
would
something
you?
out.
You wouldn't steal jewelry. But you steal music?
Yeah.
Think about it.
A lot actually.
Wow.
A lot.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like when you're in high school and you have more time or care about things,
Dude.
like
I had no idea how much time I had in high school.
It was so easy to find music that like resonated with you. But now it's just like everything sucks.
I don't think everything sucks.
Everything
Reed,
sucks.
No, I disagree.
My Spotify
Reed's
discovery
becoming old man.
has gotten
Oh,
into a real
100%.
bad place.
You're what?
My
Like,
Spotify
he's-
discovery
He's
playlist.
this close away from get off my lawn.
I
used
will
to
already
be
yell
good.
at kids to get off my lawn.
It used to be good, not anymore.
It's 10 years ago he's doing that.
I can't.
He's like, you're still a kid. It doesn't matter. It's my lawn.
But it's my lawn.
I bought
this
house,
lawn.
sir.
Was there a band formed in the 90s? I don't like it.
I don't know. Like, if you can hear a song like that absolute abortion of a song by
Oh my gosh.
Tim McGraw and what's his name, Lil Yachty,
Lil Pump.
any of the Lils. What's the? No, it's not Tim McGraw. It's Billy Ray Cyrus. If you can listen to that song and not want to put a bullet in your brain, good for you. But you're a
Wow.
terrible person.
Wow. It's not true.
I don't know.
It's not true. It's a real hot take.
Wow.
That is 100% true. If you like that song,
not
you're not
true.
a good person.
I
You
don't know what that
can't.
is.
You can't hypothetically say someone should shoot their brains out if listening
I
to a
didn't say
song,
you should actually.
and then say it's 100% true.
No, I said it's 100% true. It's a terrible song.
Literally go into the street and get run over by a car.
That's okay. You can do that. Read approved.
Reed doesn't approve that.
Question: What's Smash Brothers mains? Do you have them?
What?
Oh, Roy.
Roy?
Roy's our boy.
Ooh, gross.
Link.
Link?
Ha! Ha! The whole game.
Oh gosh.
You're shaking the camera.
Sorry. You got me excited for Smash mains.
We could pull up Smash right now and stream it
No, I'm good.
on the Wii U.
I'm gonna say Kirby
Kirby?
because I just know how to do that. And
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
it feels good.
then the up B.
Yeah.
With the little fan.
For the beginner.
Samus.
Okay. That's a good one.
OG Melee Samus. She was the best. Question. Oh yeah, wanted a reminder about the roll fudging. I just can't think of a specific one. I wish I could. I'm sorry. I wish I could. The only thing that comes to mind is like the fact that I killed Dan off a technicality. That still feels bad to me.
I feel like there were moments in Volume 1 where our party was in really bad shape, and based on the roll, we would all die, or more than one of us would die. And in those moments, I was like, I wonder if Reed went easy on us.
Which moment in particular? Because I might be able to remember if you recall
I
the
can't
exact
think
moment.
specifics. I just remember the feeling.
last week.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I try not to dwell on that too much, I guess.
I don't think you guys want to know like how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it. I think it ruins some of the fun of the story, and I think just immerse yourself in the story. Why we got to know how everything went? Was it right? And was it? I think the fact that you said you didn't fudge crits is huge. I think that's like because almost all of those epic moments that we had came from when one of us critted or Reed critted. So like, yeah. I don't know. That's my gut.
Yeah. Question from it's me, Josh. What canon Brax historical event is the one Lucky considers most important to learn from? I'd say just like what event in your life, because the history hasn't been released yet, but it will be.
It's more recent for him. It's the acceptance of the Brax acceptance of the outside world. That is the most significant. When the Brax stop being like as warlike and start integrating themselves with the outer world, accepting the influence from the outer world, both like domestically and financially and all that stuff. That has a major impact on him because of his personal background.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I need to go into more detail.
No, because I don't know if I've said it before, but what we're planning on doing is doing a character episode and a history episode of like a race in between in between seasons for Volume 2. So that way there will be content for you guys to consume, but also give a richer history and a different perspective of the past that these players are coming from and everything like that. So
yeah, I will say the way Greg felt about the dwarves in Volume 1 is not a 1-to-1 to how Lucky feels about the Brax.
That's good. Question from Raving Hazard. What up? Question: do you allow multi-classing in Volume 2? I'm not planning for it as of right now. I think that just for it just being me, I don't know that I'm necessarily capable of putting together a multi-class system that doesn't feel broken.
Well, and there's not levels, so like, how would we automatically gain all the abilities of a full another class?
Yeah. So
you could gain them from
overpowered,
right? Maybe.
I mean, you could, but I don't know. I haven't really considered that. Right now, I'm not planning on it. So I would say by the time the World Book comes out, probably not.
Here's what I like about Reed's system, or at least what we have so far, is we all start at very different points, but the way we choose to advance is what will ultimately define our characters more than probably our classes even. Like if two of our characters decided to take all the exact same augments, we would eventually look mostly like the same character.
Yep.
So there's the diverse choices you make can really veer away from whatever class you are.
Yeah.
To either enhance those things or develop new skills.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Where'd it go? Question. This is from Matthew. Question. Favorite sausage?
Spicy Italian.
Iguesa.
I don't even know what that means.
Favorite sausage.
Favorite kind of sausage?
Are there types of sausage?
Summer sausage.
So many kinds.
Summer sausage, you cut it with some cheese and some crackers.
That's pretty good. Spicy. You know what? Next Cooking with Dan video, I'm going to make a spicy sausage dish.
Nice.
Okay. Any sausage, really.
Yeah, I guess I've never had sausage I didn't like. I've never had blood sausage, though.
Oh.
Aren't technically hot dogs sausage?
What?
Hot dogs, aren't they technically?
No, because they're not made from the same meat. Like sausage is actual like.
You can have a beef sausage or a pork sausage, can't you?
Yes, determine whether or not the meat inside the casing is from a cow or from a pig.
Deer sausage.
You can have deer sausage.
Deer sausage?
That's good. With some jalapeno and a little cheese on
Some
it.
deer jerky.
This from Craig. Josh, if someone was creating an AI that was created with Aurelia and balance in mind, would he be against it? Would Lucky be against it if an AI was created to create balance?
An AI?
Yeah, if an AI was made to balance the galaxy.
Like a scale.
Yeah, like a cosmic scale, which is what Lucky is fighting for.
No,
That's
like a robot's
dangerous.
scale.
He might actually be super on board for that.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Lucky is not against technology. He's also not against like natural organic stuff. What he's against is the integration of the natural organic into technology, like biomechanics. He's not a fan of. So so he has a problem with echoes and he has a problem with physical augmentation, but he doesn't have a problem with artificial intelligence. Doesn't have a problem with regular people.
That's a great question.
That's a good question. That would be dangerous. He would be all for that.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
This from Melissa. Question: if there's no leveling, are there health augments? Yes, there are. You can upgrade your health. You can upgrade your shields. You can upgrade all number of things.
It's up to you.
Yep. If you want to just be like a one-shot kill but be super fragile, that's an option.
Glass cannon.
If you want to just be the tankiest character, but never spend any of your spucks on like battle augments or things that'll make you more effective in battle,
Snorlax.
that's an option.
Oh, that's a Snorlax tree.
Yeah.
The Snorlax tree.
We will have builds in the world book.
Yeah, there'll be.
Come on, let's go.
Do it.
No,
We're not, but I'll put it in there.
videos.
Dude, you should have builds in the world book.
I'm
That'd
gonna
be
put it in
awesome.
there. He won't see it.
Favorite build YouTube channel.
there'll be we'll be theory crafting for
Big theory.
You want high
crafting.
DPS? You want high DPS?
All right, guys. If you want to do a lot of DPS,
maximize your
you'll get
spucks.
this belt for strength, for stand. Anything with health.
It's a real lit.
Don't get it.
Mike, what is your tattoo of?
Oh, it's a lot of things. John 15, where it talks about the vine. So that goes up most of my arm. And then the Salvador Dali of the crucifixion, where it's like looking down on it. That's the other part
That's
of it.
cool.
So
When did you get that? When you were overseas, or
when I didn't have kids, folks, now that I have kids, no money goes to any sort of tattoos. So
Did you have more you wanted to do?
did I know what I wanted to do?
Yeah.
It took me like 5 years. And my wife, on the other hand, she goes and gets it. She's like, I want stars on my feet. And I was like, you're gonna regret that. That wasn't recently, but she did get it. And I go,
He put all this time
Yeah.
and thought into
she
it.
did regret it though.
yeah, she doesn't like those. Yeah.
It's like, what is my foot? Galaxy? I don't know.
You've gotten a tattoo since you've had kids.
I have?
Your ring tattoo.
Oh, my ring. Yeah, but I actually just went in and got that because I'm like, they cannot mess this up.
Yeah.
I was like,
Here's a rule of thumb. If you go to a tattoo place and they say
And it's
yeah,
open.
and they say yeah, I can get you in today,
get out.
don't go there.
Get out.
Run away.
But if they say it's going to be in 4 months, say,
Yeah.
like I can do that.
Literally, like 4 months is the minimum. You don't want to go to a place that has openings sooner than 4 months.
They're like, I'll get you right here at the counter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll just take you on back. Yeah, no.
Yeah. No, you need to run away from those places that have openings.
Also, don't watch slow-mo tattoo guns on YouTube before going and getting it done. It's terrifying.
Question. This from Brindisi. What's everyone's favorite topping on their pizza?
Let's go pepperoni. If you get anything else, you are trash.
Give me some of that
You
pepperoni.
are trash.
Some of that pepperoni.
You know, if anyone gets something non-pepperoni and likes that stupid song,
You're trash.
you're trash.
You're trash.
Play in traffic.
Dan, say something other than pepperoni.
Dan likes
I will
hamburger.
throat chop you.
Dan likes hamburger.
You like hamburger?
No, I don't like hamburger.
You're the freaking worst.
If someone says Hawaiian, so
Yeah.
Oh,
ban.
stop.
Perma ban.
Dustin,
Yuck.
are you watching? Dustin?
Dustin.
Dustin.
Yuck.
Dustin Runcie.
You're
That
the
guy was
worst.
a Hawaiian pizza man.
You
Our first
You
D&D.
name names.
Our first year in D&D. I'll drop him. I'll drop some heat on Dustin for that Hawaiian pizza.
I'm see. All you needed was me to get the ball rolling on
Yeah.
like hot takes.
You brought this toxic
That's
environment
awesome.
in
I
here.
love it. I love it.
This is what he did to us.
Take your pizza and throw it in the street and let it be run over. Literally.
Oh.
The pizza.
Throw your pizza on the roof.
Does anybody else want to say pepperoni?
It's pepperoni. That's it.
Dan, you haven't said it.
I
know
like
you-
pepperoni, but
I like
What?
pepperoni.
What?
What?
What? Say it.
I like to put other stuff on too.
What other?
Like what?
What other?
Like onions and peppers.
Oh, gross. You are. Ugh.
Onions?
Onions.
Real sophisticated palate.
Oh.
What's next? You gonna have cream cheese?
Get out of here.
Even
I made the mistake of eating a 5-cheese pizza once,
at Da Vinci.
And one of them was cream.
It's not good.
and the
No.
sauce is cream cheese.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, I
No.
like. So Tiffany says it's
Too
cheese.
much.
Tiffany says it's cheese pizza. I go. That's fine. I just showed up and like she had leftovers. I said, that's fine. I like cheese pizza. It's not my favorite, but whatever. I take a bite. It just like squishes in my mouth. And it's like, whoa, whoa. And
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I used to make those.
Yeah, he used to work at the pizza place
We didn't make very many of those.
because they're terrible.
They're not good.
One
One bite's fine. Just to be like, that's a lot of cheese.
Oh man. Question: with shield health
It's
versus
okay,
normal
yeah.
health, how does insta death work with being taken down to
We're
negative total
three
HP?
12-year-olds.
That's from Catch. Catch. I don't know how to say your name. Cash.
Ash Ketchum.
Cash from outside.
That's a great question. It works the same way as 5th edition D&D. You have health. When you go to 0, you go unconscious. You have death saving throws. If you fail those, you're dead. If you take damage equal to your max HP, you're dead. Pronounced like catch. Great. So just the same way as 5th edition, though. There's death saving throws and everything. Still getting through all these. Okay. I think we're through all the questions. And just like that, it's 4:03. And since we started a couple minutes late, I think this makes us right on time. So that's going to do it for this April 2019 edition of the live stream Q&A. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry we got a little heated in the middle. I don't actually want anyone to play in traffic, but that song is terrible, and I stand behind that. And if you like it, I probably won't like you as a person. That's okay, though.
I think the biggest thing we learned today is when you get your hands on the space system that Reed's creating, you can take it and literally play the Avatar.
You can play
in your
Avatar
game system. We're using the Echo feature and the Praetorians.
If you're an Echo Praetorian, which Echo's not a playable race, but if you're an Echo Praetorian and you want to like throw caution to the wind, you could actually be an Avatar. And somewhere James Cameron is suing me. His lawyers are putting together the cease and desist right now.
They're gearing up.
Avatar, the last Praetorian.
The last Airbender.
The last and the
So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you like crazy. Thank you for being patrons. Thank you for just your support and your love for the show. It's so cool to see you guys just excited to be here every week and engaged in the Patreon, engaged on Twitter. And obviously you guys are nuts in the Discord. So thank you so much for that. We'll be back doing this again in May. That's next month. So hope to see you then. Until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Deuces.